Why the Metaverse will transform the entertainment and travel industries. Imagine a world where you could go from concert to concert in the blink of an eye, or travel from one country to another without ever having to take a flight. That's the promise that Metaverse holds, or at least that's what it claims to be. But can it really deliver on these promises? Or is it just a bunch of talking points and publicity? We've already seen samples of what the Metaverse could be, and if it continues to gain popularity, it will undoubtedly change the entertainment and tourism industries as we know them. Let's take a quick look at what the Metaverse is and what it isn't. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about why the Metaverse will transform the entertainment and travel industries, and we will answer some more questions. So stick with us till the end of the video so you don't miss anything. Make sure to like and share our video and subscribe to our channel. Without wasting any more of your time, let's just jump into it. If you asked Mark Zuckerberg or Satya Nadella about it, you'd get a lot of jargon and a lot of questionable ideas. A simple way to think of the Metaverse is a collection of shared virtual and physical spaces. This would be accomplished by the use of virtual reality and persistent virtual spaces that interconnect with one another. Can you imagine something like an oasis from the book and movie Ready Player One, except it's purely virtual? While many claim the Metaverse is already here, what we've seen so far isn't exactly what the Metaverse is supposed to be, at least not entirely. Let's start with the entertainment industry. After all, persistent virtual spaces have been a mainstay in this industry for years, and virtual reality first gained a foothold here as well. In fact, many of the earliest metaverses came from video games, with games like Roblox serving as technology experiments. But even more curiously, it's video games that have shown us what the metaverse is capable of. For example, games like Fortnite and Roblox have partnered with major artists to provide one-of-a-kind musical experiences. We're talking about fantasy worlds where artists are giants towering over the crowd and concerts are transformed into theme parks with bizarre attractions, vibrant colors, and even explosions. Ariana Grande and DJ Marshmello were among the performers that played in these virtual concerts. Travis Scott, Lil Nas X, and Marshmello was the first such event in Fortnite, which drew 10.7 million players. Making use of the game's unique area, players were permitted to fly during his performance of the song I Can Fly. Travis Scott's concert drew 27.7 million unique listeners, with 12.3 million of them watching at the same time. His YouTube video has over 179 million views. During his performance, the sky turned into a vortex of colors and effects, with fire raining down from it at one point. Travis Scott was a singing and dancing giant while the players enjoyed the show. The most recent event was Ariana Grande's 2021 Rift Tour in Fortnite, which was the diva's first performance in over 2 years. Instead of just playing for the gamers, they turned the event into a one-of-a-kind experience in which they went through dimensions as Ariana sang as a giant. The streams from the songs she sang during these concerts increased by 123% at that time, and some of the songs she sang from those artists saw 663% increase in streaming. It's estimated that she made a $20 million profit as a result of this event, and after these concerts, the record sales and popularity skyrocketed. Scott made a nice $20 million profit just from sales of his in-game accessories and outfits that were licensed to him. Another thing that video games pioneered is the concept of virtual cinemas. For example, Fortnite offers virtual showings of Inception, The Prestige, and Batman Begins, but why not take it a step further and have virtual productions of movies and live theater performances in the Metaverse? Can you imagine an opera or a musical performed live with the same effects as a movie? One of the main issues with conventional fan gatherings like Comic-Con is the restricted amount of space available, and we've seen how dramatically COVID-19 impacted events like these. But none of that would be a problem if these events were held in the Metaverse instead. With virtual conventions, you could have as many fans as you wanted, and you could also open up those events to fans in other countries who don't normally have access to them, truly uniting the fandom all over the world. In fact, Sundance recently experimented with this when they allowed virtual attendees to watch movies virtually while moving around the festival. It's even possible to build virtual reality theme parks, which is something that the firms are counting on. You don't have the risks that come with these spaces, plus you can make the attractions much bigger, more complex, and outlandish. You could ride a roller coaster around the moon. One major benefit the Metaverse adds to the theme park industry is that they could reach a much wider audience because they wouldn't be limited by location or travel distance anymore. One company betting on virtual reality theme parks is Walt Disney. They announced in 2020 that they intended to open a virtual reality theme park. Imagine this. You're walking through a secluded forest, just taking in the scenery, when suddenly, with just a thought, you're transported to the bustling streets of Paris. But perhaps you'd prefer something more extravagant. Alright, we'll travel back or forth in time. or even to a far-off planet in the galaxy. That's what Metaverse can do for the traveling industry. You can even go to Machu Picchu, an Inca citadel. But this goes beyond simply tourism. Think about how Metaverse technology might help hotels and even Airbnb. Customers might check out the room size and amenities via 3D hotel tours for a more optimal experience, which could enhance interest in booking rates. In fact, several hotels have begun to provide 360-degree films of their premises as a type of guided virtual tour. But picture being able to control the experience totally yourself. In the future, we may even see entirely virtual hotels, albeit that last one may be a stretch, but you know, what isn't? Sure, you have Zoom, but with the Metaverse, you could actually meet virtually in person. But now let's look at the adoption problems. Because the Metaverse mostly relies on access to VR and AR glasses or other forms of technology, there is an adoption barrier that needs to be broken before it can truly take off. There's a reason why Meta, previously Facebook, paid $2 billion for Oculus in 2014. Perhaps they intend to push for more affordable virtual reality as a way to expand the user base for their own Metaverse projects. There's also the fact that, for all their fanfare, virtual events still lack a certain je ne sais quoi that can only be obtained from a physical experience. In order for the industry to truly boom, the technologies will have to be improved so that attendees can be more engaged. When the internet ventured into our lives, nobody knew what shape it would take in the future. And now we are literally dependent on it for work, for talking to our friends, for food deliveries. Everything is a click away. Experimenting with the work-from-home setup was risky, but it was the need for the hour. And who had thought that this new model would turn out to be successful for most of us? Thus, now we embark on the next phase of the phygital world. The world travel and tourism industry is experiencing significant changes, some because of the shock inflicted by the pandemic and some because of the progress in the digital landscape. Additionally, traveling through the Metaverse will help us reduce the time we spend on wasteful travel, which can be ignored if we have other alternative ways. The year 2022 will be significant, as it will lay ground on whether Metaverse will make a sweeping change in the travel industry. The predictions are hopeful, as many industry leaders have already begun investing in building their digital landscapes. However, the idea needs to be spread across, and it is yet to be seen how the travelers react to it. And that's all for today, guys. Enlighten us with your thoughts, share them in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe to our channel and ring the bell icon for more amazing videos. And thank you for watching.